Elvis and I have had several conversations, to be honest. One in particular, last game, I'll tell you, after he played the 2 periods. I don't know if you guys watched the practice prior to the game, but it was a very intense practice. Like, it was, there was lots of shots. Elvis lost 10 pounds in that practice, and then he played the next day, right? I just said how, and he just competed, just kept competing in practice and competing in practice. And then I watched him in the morning. We all did watch him in the morning skate, and I thought maybe he'd be dragging a little bit, and but he was battling again, and that's what we want from our entire group. And then he had the performance that he did, the 2 periods. He was outstanding, right? So, yeah, you reinforce that compete, that battle mentality that he had, and the entire group the other night with, our penalty kills and 5-on-3, and there was a lot of compete, a lot of battle, and yeah, that's what we're asking him to do. Everybody's not up to speed yet, right? But we want them to compete and battle, and that's what he did the other night. But yeah, we've had a lot of chats.
And then tonight, it looks like Tarasov's going to go as well. I guess people probably couldn't get 2 different type of personalities or whatever. Elvis is very personable, or not personable, but loud, I guess would be one way to put it. And Tarasov's a little more reserved, obviously. When you look at your 2 goalies this year, what do you see? Do you see, a setup that could be potentially really good this year with those 2 guys?
Absolutely. Yeah, we're excited. And I'll take it even further. We're excited about the depth of our goaltending in this training camp. That we feel very comfortable with the 4 guys that we expect are going to be, here and in Cleveland. That all of them can play, and that's an exciting thing. I mean, we've talked about that before, is that the depth of your organization has to be good. You guys know, of all people, the injuries that this league can provide. So you need the depth. So our goaltending, we feel very good about.
Dean, if you've decided yet, or is it still to be determined how you break up that goalie position? You have a number 1 that gets the majority of starts, and a guy who gives him a break, or 50-50, or how will it work?
I'm day to day, game to game. Nicky will probably have a plan, but that's fine to have a plan for sure. But as far as this guy is going to go because that's our plan, no. If guy has a shutout and he's playing as good as he can play, then he's going to go again, right? So, no, I'm very game by game, very day by day, and we'll run our goaltenders that exact way.
And at what point of the preseason do you want to see your goalies go the full 60? Do they need to go the full 60?
Last couple. Yeah,
One each,
last couple.
two each?
I'm without the top of my head, I'm pretty sure Elvis is playing the Pittsburgh one, and then Tarasov's playing the last one, the full. You can ask Nicky.
Game 3 of 8 tonight, and you used the phrase up to speed. When do you determine when your team is up to speed, and what factors are you looking at? So you say, okay, we're getting there.
Well, we liked the progression from first game to second game. We had a lot of correction video prior to game 2, and we saw a lot of improvement. It's not like we're trying to reinvent the wheel systematically in how we're going to play, but there is different, systems that the group that was here last year are playing now. And so it takes some time, and it takes not just one. We had one practice of neutral zone, one practice of D zone, one practice of O zone, but, and we've showed one video of all those areas. But now we can watch them play, they can practice, play, watch the video. And yeah, we really liked some of the stuff that we did or corrected from game 1 to game 2.
You've got 6 and 8, as you well know, and AHL camp opening Monday. How do you balance that? How do you get enough guys able to have camp and keep enough guys here to play?
Yeah, we're fortunate Cleveland's just down the road, right? So we're going to keep, I think it's, well, I don't want to say too many because there's a lot of guys here, but we're going to keep bodies here. But we're also going to send some bodies and bring bodies back because they've got to get their stuff going too in their camp. I think you've seen we split kind of, our group, and I spoke to the Cleveland group the other day that it looks like it's the NHL guys and the Cleveland guys, and I said it is like it, but that doesn't mean you're not all still playing. Every guy that practiced in the Cleveland group 2 days ago is in games moving forward. So you still got your opportunity, and we said right from the start that if you don't like your role or your position, then change it. Right? So if you're in that group, change it. Get to our group somehow, right? There's been a real healthy competition through this whole camp. I think everybody felt and still feels that there's opportunity to impress us, opportunity to make spots on either club and or positions on that club, ice time on that club. We're still in a very competitive atmosphere for training camp.
You've got three key veterans, Borensky, Monahan, and Jenner, who have not played a preseason game yet. Can you say when they start to see action?
Sure, tomorrow.
When you Cleveland, the AHL team, they did make a pretty deep run, obviously, in the playoffs. When you talk about Trent Vogelhuber and Marco Testu and Brad Thiessen, I mean, pretty young, very young coaching staff in their careers. How impressive was it that they were able to kind of get that team, which also had young players, that far? And what have you seen out of that group, from a coaching standpoint so far?
Yeah, completely impressed with all of them. And we had a little outing. We had the day off yesterday. We had a little golf outing. The Cleveland coaches, the Columbus coaches had a little golf tournament competition, and then we went for dinner together. And I'm very impressed with their whole professionalism, their detail, their attention to detail, their structure. I called Trent right away when I was hired and said I really like Cleveland to play the way that we play. Obviously, it sets up for success for the organization, the team, and the player. Doesn't have to think, now I'm in Columbus, I'm playing this way. Trent said, absolutely, whatever you want, like anything. And I said, I still want you to coach. You coach the way you coach. Motivate the way you motivate and all that good stuff. But so they're completely on team first, and I think Trent's leadership with his entire group is absolutely fantastic.
Dean, tough question here. Who won the golf tournament?
Well, it was kind of it's still up for debate. It's yeah. Well, there was a clear winner. We played a 4-man scramble, but we played like four guys were on a team, but it was two guys, 6-6-6, and it was a scramble. And the guy who set up the tournament, he won. And there's a bit of sandbagging going on. So.
With handicaps and stuff?
Yeah, well, he picked 4, and there was no draft or anything. He just picked the 4 single-digit guys, and they were able to win. Well, I don't like to throw anyone under the bus, but he both coached and played for me in Milwaukee.